Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you how I make my chibureki. This is a traditional dish that Bukharians eat for Purim. It's usually in the shape of a triangle, or we try to make it in the shape of a triangle, and it's filled with meat and herbs and cumin and coriander, delicious spices, super delicious, and I want to take you along and show you how I make mine. Now let's get into the video. For the ingredients, we have 4 cups of flour, 3/4 cup of water, 1 egg, a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 cup of vodka, and a 1/3 cup of oil. Take the flour, make a hole in the middle of it, and add in your egg. Then add in a 1/4 cup of vodka, a 1/3 cup of oil, a teaspoon of salt, and a 3/4 cup of water. Start off with a little bit and then keep adding a tablespoon at a time until you get the perfect consistency dough. The dough should be soft but not sticky at all. When that dough forms, place some flour onto a table and put the dough over the top of it and start kneading it, using the motion of taking the dough towards yourself and pushing it away. Do that a couple of times until you get an elastic, smooth dough. Place it back into the bowl and cover it with some plastic wrap and let it rest. While your dough is resting, let's get started on the meat filling. The reason why this filling comes out so super flavorful is because of all of these spices that we're going to be putting in. So here is a screenshot for you. I also have a little package of meat. Whenever I get my meat, I get it in a family pack and I divide them into little sandwich bags. To go with the filling, we need 1 onion diced up and some cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, you can definitely add dill or scallion. So to start off, we have a little bit of oil in the pan and we're going to start sauteing our onion until they're nice and soft. To that, I add in my ground beef. I would say over here it's probably about a cup or a cup and a half of ground beef. Mix it all very well until they're not clumpy any longer. This usually takes about 2 minutes until everything is no longer lumpy. Then proceed to add in all of your spices. After cooking the spices for another 2 minutes, add in your chopped cilantro or any other greens of your choice. Make sure that the fire has been turned off so that the greens don't wilt. Now that this beautiful filling is ready, we're just putting it into a separate plate to cool it completely so that we can fill our dough with them. The dough has been resting for about 20 to 30 minutes and now it's time to roll it out. So on a floured surface, put some flour over the top of the dough and roll it out very thinly. Try to make the dough as uniform as possible so that all the edges can be very similar to one another. Visually divide your dough in half horizontally and place meat 1 inch apart from one another, only on the bottom portion. We're going to use the top portion to cover the meat over the top to create a pocket. Now take the top portion of the dough and drape it over the meat. Seal all the outer edges with your fingertips. Now use the pads of your fingertips to seal in the meat. I'm going to be using a pastry roller to cut out each of the meat pockets. I'm going to be trying to make them into a shape of a triangle in the Purim theme, but these can obviously be made into any shapes that you would like. I will have this pastry roller linked in the description box for anyone that's interested. I choose to cut out the extra dough, but you don't have to. A lot of people just leave that dough and they fry it up with it. I would just prefer to cut it out and make another batch. So you're gonna gather up all of that extra dough if you choose to cut it out. Let the dough rest for about 10 minutes and then do it again. To fry these up, I place them into a cast iron pan filled with oil, about 1 or 2 inches depending on the height of your pan. I've made this before in a regular plain skillet, which works just fine, so you could use whatever you have on hand as long as you have enough oil in the pot to fry them up. Now, once you're going to be frying them, you're going to see that the chibureki develop these little bubbles on its surface, which gives it its classic chiburek look. Once they've been fully fried on both sides, you can place them on a paper towel to drain. They fry up really quickly. It usually takes between 30 seconds to a minute to fry them up. So that's it. So super easy, so super quick. Now it's time for a taste test. As you can see, they're like little pillows and very crunchy. You hear that? Let's tear into one. You see those herbs and it's so moist inside. Just trust me guys, it's delicious and you've gotta make it. So good. So much flavor. It's just incredible. Happy Purim from my family to yours.